Um, well, like I said, it was like unintentional, like becoming anorexic. I wasn't trying to do that.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, another thing, like I have never been bullied like that either. So I was never bullied or anything. I think the most like was sometimes family members would say stuff, but
Yeah.
even then it was just like sometimes it wasn't like all the time.
Mm.
So I would say for the most part, it was probably just myself.
Just yourself.
But it was like, again, it's like I had like an insecurity I never knew that I had in a way. Because I
Mm.
remember during that time, because I was like during seventh grade, but during that time, or at least before that time, I was pretty confident in myself. But like, if I'm being honest, like, I don't know. Like, it was just kind of like an avalanche that just came out of nowhere.
Mm.
So I can't really say for sure, like, if it was a person or something
Yeah.
other than myself.
Yeah.
All I can say is, like, myself. Like, I don't know. It was just something I never realized that I had. So that's pretty much, you know,
I
my
love
answer.
that. I love that. No, I love that response. That is perfect because
Yeah.
it shows that it doesn't you oftentimes we do hear a lot about external factors, things that play a part in something happening. But I love how in this instance, if you're saying full responsibility for the most part, it was just you. It was you
Yeah,
in the
like, it
sense that,
was. Yeah.
yeah, like your mind just playing tricks on you,
Hmm.
and you
Yeah.
falling into those tricks and not even knowing. It seemed like you didn't even know you were
Yeah, I
falling into
didn't know for
those.
a while. I was
Yeah,
so in denial about it.
you told me that. Yeah, how you were just
Yeah.
like people were trying to tell you, and you were just like, "No, I'm fine," or
Hmm.
how you just didn't really see anything wrong with what you were necessarily doing.
Hmm.
Um, Remind me again, when did you realize that it was wrong? When did you realize what you were doing was like not okay, was not cool? Was it when you got down to I think you said 85 pounds?
Yeah, my lowest weight was 85 pounds, but even then, that wasn't bothering me.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, I remember.
Like
Hmm.
it just kind of
Yeah,
tells you how powerful your mind is. That wasn't
yeah.
bothering me at that time. Um, I think what really kind of struck me for the most part was when I lost my period for like a year.
Yeah. Mm.
So I didn't have that for a long time. So I think after a while that was kind of like okay, like I think there is something wrong, something's like I shouldn't be dealing with this. And then I do remember because I was so skinny and so thin, I would like start to bruise easily. My
Mm.
nails were very like brittle. I think I was losing a lot of hair too. So just kind of stuff like that. It was kind of
Wow.
like, okay, like, yeah, I think something's wrong.
Mm.
But so I think it was that
Wow.
that just kind of made me realize that. But even then, that took me
It took you a
a long.
minute.
It still took me a
Hmm.
long time
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I again, I appreciate you both for being so transparent. Because again, it's whoever is listening to this or will listen to this, it's showing them, even if they're going through anorexia or body dysmorphia, it's showing them that they're not alone, but also that these are things you can look out for because the mind can be that strong, or the people around you can be that toxic to the point to where you don't even know that you're in it or that you're going
Mhm.
through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think self-denial is one of the most dangerous things to fall into because you have to literally train yourself to not trick yourself. You have to realize that you're tricking yourself
Yeah,
and then come out of that. That is the hardest for me.
it is
It's
hard.
it's easier to cut off people around you, but when you yourself are
Yeah.
lying to yourself, like that's the
It,
hardest. Hmm.
I was about to say it's like going through the five stages of grief in a way. You
Yeah.
know,
What are those
you
stages?
go so you go to depression, you hit depression, you go through I think it's anger,
Mm, okay.
and then you go to bargaining.
Wow.
Hold on,
See that? Yeah. If you can't
I'm
remember,
trying
I'm
to
sorry.
remember the words.
I
But
don't mean
it's
to put you on the
basically
spot.
like
Yeah.
the last no, the last part the last part I know is acceptance. So
Acceptance.
like when you finally accept it, then that's when you like actually like
Change. Mm-hmm.
see the changes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's like when you to solve a problem or resolve a problem, you first have to identify that you have a problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. So sorry, it wasn't depression of the first one. So the first
mm,
one is denial. You're in denial of the things that are happening around you. And then you become angry of what's going on. Then you start to bargain, and then you hit depression. And after you hit depression, then that's when you hit like your acceptance stage, and then when you do something about it.
wow. Wow. Thank you so much for reading that. This is a snippet. Just so y'all know, this is gonna be a snippet right here. Because that people need to know this, like the 5 stages of grief. That is super dope. I've been in them. Whether it's been a toxic relationship, or it's been something I was doing, just manipulating others, and things of that nature, just anything of that nature, falling through depression, or you going through something, this or that. Like, I've been in those stages, and I know it. When you mention, especially when you mention anger, that right there, you can build up a lot of resentment and anger towards yourself or others and not even realize it. This also leads me to my next question for you both. I think I asked Giselle last, so I'll hop back to you, Andy. And that is, when did you, or with your body dysmorphia, did you share it with anybody? Was there anybody there that you talked to or was able to tell, I'm dealing with this, and I can't come to anybody, but I wanted to come to you? Was there anybody that was there for you?
No, at first, no, because I feared, like, what if this person would tell me otherwise too, you know? I just kept it in, and that's when the depression hit worse too. Is like just keeping it all in yourself. So like I seen the changes, then I started like telling certain close friends of mine, and then they're like, "No, you're fine. Like, don't like hold on to it for too long or whatnot." Because sometimes I tend to hold certain things.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to change it.
Yeah.
Like, especially like going to the gym, it helps a lot, to be honest. Like we were talking during the interview, like the gym helps a lot, but then again, it doesn't suffice not going and seeing a therapist. So
facts. Yeah. We were talking about that, Giselle, just the gym being a form of therapy, but we were also talking about how seeing an actual therapist too still serves its purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're professional. Most of them, they have to go to school for that stuff like that. So yeah.
Exactly. They break you. They kind of crack you open, and
yeah. They have their own methods and ways of doing it. Yeah.
I'm afraid to go sometimes because I'm just like I'm not a crier. So like I don't want to just like sit down and they just look at me a certain way and I just start crying. I'm like, oh, like I'm like, are they that good to the point where you like sit down, they just go
right.
Trip, and I'll just start crying. Oh man, So like, especially as a guy, we sometimes can tend to be like, I ain't about to cry. I don't need no therapy. But it truly is something that me and Andy was talking about, was something that really can serve a purpose. My lady, she told me one day that she wanted to go to therapy one time, and being in the Black community, a lot of times we don't really like concern ourselves with mental health that much. Like we try to brush it off. But with all the stuff, that has happened throughout the past years, and generational stuff, and then even the racial stuff that happens at times and stuff, I'm sure it's needed. But a lot of times we don't really want to, like, as a community, we're like, yeah, nah, no, you don't need that. Nothing's wrong with you. But it's like, yeah, something could be wrong with this person. Like they just been in prison for 20 years. Like they probably need therapy. It's like, like, it's those type of things. But you think just because you're this or you're that, you don't need, or you don't deal with that. It's like, heck no, we're human and we deal with mental things and physical things. So we were just going down that route or whatnot. But to summarize, Andy, you're saying that it took you a minute to open up. So you were hoarding. Okay, you were hoarding it for a little bit, but it took you a minute. Now are you Eventually. I mean, I get it. Are you talking to somebody now? Are you now?
Like, as far as like talking, I am.
Okay.
Like certain friends that are actually also like suffering from it in certain ways. So now I'm just like, I was just like using it as an example. Like I started like how you are.
Yep.
Like thinking negative, or like I was that one person at the gym before in the beginning where I'm just like, oh my God, what if they're just staring at me like I'm so fat?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was that person. So I just like tend to use my experiences to like help other people get motivated from it.
Love it. I love it. I
Because
love it.
that's how you connect with people. To
That's
me
how you can.
personally, though,
Mm-hmm.
like if once you walked in that shoe, then it's easy for you to like tell these people. It's not like you're faking it. It just like flows naturally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Have y'all ever been in the gym and just kind of like had a therapy session with somebody while working out? Have you
Yeah.
ever?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I have.
I just was pouring my heart out. Like, do y'all done that before? It's just like,
Yeah, I have. One
okay,
of my friends like just started venting out, and I'm just
yeah.
like, all right, let's go. Let's put some more weight to it.
You're funny.
Right. You don't even do the workout. The workout don't even get done. You just sit there and they about to close and we sitting over there hugging and crying. And this is like, man. Like,
It happens. I like when I was heartbroken, like this was like
mm,
sometime
yep.
I was just sitting there with my friend, like I just started crying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I was just lifting at first and I just like sat down. Because you know how like it's a good and a bad thing that you have AirPods when you work out.
Oh,
Siri
because you know
reads your
how loud you are?
messages. No, Siri reads your messages.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
true,
So
it
true.
does.
Oh,
So what
man.
you see on TikTok when they're like, yeah, Siri said, oh yeah, I want to break up with you.
Yeah, I saw that. I
I mean,
saw
that per
that.
se didn't happen, but like I received a text message that I was just like, wow,
You're like in the middle
that
of your
just
squat.
got,
You're like, wait a
yeah,
minute.
I saw that one. I
like,
saw
yep.
that.
Like to me, it was like in the middle of like my bench press. So I was just like, I literally just stopped after doing 2 bench presses. And then I was just like, I sat and then I just started crying. And then my friend was like, yo, what the heck is going
Oh,
on?
man.
Oh my God.
And
That's hard.
he was like, F that. Like, we're not doing this today. Like, no, we need to continue. And I'm just like, just give me like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just give me 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean, the gym helps both ways, but sometimes if you can't hold it in, you can't hold it in.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta let it out.
Facts.
One time, like during that same like phase, like I just started crying during my squats. I
Mm-hmm.
was alone at that time though.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear no text message. Like certain things, like when you get like just random flashbacks, and you just like
Yeah.
try to do your reps, and then you just like, oh my God, here we go again. Or like a certain music starts
I was just
playing,
about to
and it's just
say. I
like,
was just about
yo,
to say.
A
It be the
certain
music.
song.
It be the music. I
yeah,
mean, like,
a certain song just starts to play, and it just reminds you of somebody, or and you're just like,
oh,
yo,
Janae
like, should
oh.
I
Aiko or
just keep
something.
pushing, right?
And I don't need
Number
you. I
one.
Triggered.
don't need you. I don't need you. like,
You
and
got
as
triggered over here.
hey, trigger, man. Like, and y'all, you just mentioned Janae Aiko. I know, right? Like, and the thing about it is, as dudes, like, because I'm a guy and I've done females wrong. Like, but sometimes females, look, I just saying, look. Sometimes females may not think that we're feel bad. Like, I'm not the type of dude that's like a savage and just like, some
No,
guys.
yeah, I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I'm not like that. Like, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm not. That's not me. When I've done something wrong, I know I've done wrong, but it hurts. And so when we hear those songs, the females may think that they're just listening to them. We listen to them sometimes too, like guilt tripping ourselves, and we be sitting over
Yeah,
there.
like you feel guilty after.
Yeah, we be
Yeah.
like crying and stuff, listening
Mm-hmm.
to Janae Aiko. But then when one of our guys pull up, we're like, what do you mean? We turn it to another song and be like, yeah, we're good, man.
Right.
But the music, like Drake, Trey songs, I listen to like
Therapy, like all of his songs nowadays is like Givian. Like his song is like,
Brent
yo, that
Fayez?
shit. Huh? Yes.
Brent. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart. Kevin Gates' album though, like I'm just like, yo.
I gotta listen to that. I gotta listen to it. Yeah, he deep. He
Oh, I
real.
haven't listened to it yet.
He's
Yeah,
deep.
Kevin Gates, J. Cole, like, come on.
J. Cole, yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, man. And I'm sensitive. Like I told y'all, that's why I don't like to cry. I don't like to cry around people, but I'm sensitive. Like it'd be that knot right there. Like I can't swallow, I can't breathe, but I'm about to cry. That's me. I'm that dude. Like, I'm that dude. Man, I'm so glad y'all brought this stuff up. This is such a great vibe. Giselle, I gotta go to you though, and that is, with your anorexia or body dysmorphia, have you or did you find it easy to talk to somebody about it? I know you told me you spoke with your parents, I think, but yeah, was there anybody that you initially was able to go to?
No. Mm-mm. Because I didn't speak to my parents about it till that moment I was kind of like starting to realize like what I was doing was unhealthy and bad. But again, that took a long time. So yeah, for a very long time, I bottled up everything. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell a friend at school or a family member. No one. I didn't tell anyone. So I was dealing with it on my own. And the thing is I was dealing with it subconsciously because, like I said, for a while, I didn't even realize what I was doing.
True. Yeah.
So since I didn't realize what I was doing, it was all subconscious. So that's the crazy part about it, like how the mind is so powerful that some people know what they're doing, but some people don't know at all until, I don't know, someone like slaps them across the face, or I don't know, there's just like that moment where like, I don't know, somehow like you just open your eyes, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like there's just those moments where like it just happens. And it was one of those moments for me. So yeah, for a while I didn't speak about it with anyone at all.
Yeah. And you even talked about your faith. You talked about how God, I think you said, also helped, open up your eyes. Yeah. I mean, you tell me.
Yeah. And even then, like I didn't speak to God about that for a minute.
Oh man, you wrong. You hiding it from the Lord? Nah, man.
I was.
Yeah. My
But
goodness.
he was trying to show me lessons though.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a while, I didn't speak to anyone about it.
Wow. And I even think I don't think I've ever dealt with body dysmorphia, but I know I've dealt with depression, and I didn't open up or tell anyone about that at all. Again, I actually think what I did was, and I'm not sure if y'all can relate, I went back to music and the gym. That's kind of how I bottled it. If that makes sense. Yeah, I bottled it. I know the gym a lot of times gives you relief, but I also hid in the gym. I lifted weight and pushed weight and stayed in the gym for about 2 hours, 3 hours, bottling my feelings. Until one day it exploded and I had to tell my mom, and like me and her just cried in the car. But yeah, like I went through that and bottled my emotions with the gym. Have y'all ever experienced that where you're just, it's not, the gym isn't really relieving anything, but you're just trying to get it all out, but it's still there? Have you ever had that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like that's like pretty much majority of the time. Like you spend the day at the gym or like 2 hours the most, but at night it always gets deeper. You're
about to go to bed.
Yeah, when you're in the bed, right?
Like, when you're just laying down, it's just like you just get flashbacks of certain things, and it's like, oh wow, back to reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm about to make me get. I'm gonna go through it tonight, man. I'm gonna be like,
That's me tonight too.
Hey, I'm telling you, like, I hate those moments, but thank y'all for being, again, transparent with that. I know that sometimes it can be hard talking about these things, even with me listening to y'all, it's like, it's bringing things back in my head. But I think when we talk about stuff, it helps make it easier for you to let it go. Let me ask you both this. I'll hop back to Andy. I think you touched on this a little bit, but are you still dealing with it, with body dysmorphia? Or do you feel like you've beat it and you have it under control?
Here and there, to be honest. Here and there. Okay. But it wasn't as bad as how it used to. Like before it was just like so bad.
Okay.
But now I can honestly say like it's gotten really better.
And is that because you've opened up about it and you've kind of
Yeah.
okay, cool. So being open and more transparent about your body dysmorphia has helped it, but
Mhm.
you're saying that you're still dealing with it, just not to that degree, the same degree.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
okay, I love that. I love that. Giselle, what about you? Are you still dealing with body dysmorphia, or do you feel like you have a stronger grip on it? You're okay with it?
I feel like I have a stronger grip on it. I'm not really dealing with it. So, like I said, like once I talked to my parents about it and then obviously like put my faith more into God,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when I really started seeing like a major difference.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially because that was such a like for me that was a long time ago.
Right.
Because I'm 22 now,
Yeah.
so 13 that was 9 years ago.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So because it's also been like such a long time, well at least for me because it's been a long time,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like that's another reason why I just don't really tap into that.
Yeah.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So I would
Absolutely.
say I don't really deal with it that much, you know?
I love it. I love it, and I'm glad to hear that. From you both that it has improved. Y'all have um, learned to let certain things go, or you've healed from certain things. And you're seeing that improvement in regards to it. Andy, you did say something though that kind of caught my attention earlier, and that was I think you said this. You said that it never really goes away. Is that what you said?
Huh?
Is that what you said
I mean,
about it?
it doesn't go away easy.
Easy. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
doesn't go easy.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's
Gotcha.
true. It
But
takes
Gotcha.
yeah, it takes a lot. But then again, it gets easier in a way to share with other people that are actually going through the same thing. It's because it helps them to like, oh, okay, if this person is opening up to me, then maybe I can do the same thing, in
hmm
which like maybe we can all work together to overcome this fear,
Mm,
you know? More so like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too.
facts. Straight fact. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. Because again, even though we may have a grip on it, someone may join in here one day or join my Facebook group and come in here and need to hear exactly what y'all saying. I know a few people who actually needs to be in here right now, that I've interviewed or talked to in the DMs. But I hope that they see this, because again, it goes back to wanting to help each other and truly be able to confide in what each other are saying. Which
Mm-hmm.
lead me to my next question. Again, jumping back to you, Andy, and that is, what would be 3 tips that you would give someone who's right now fighting with body dysmorphia or who may deal with it later? What would be 3 tips that you would give them to help them beat it?
Uh, the 3 things that I told you during the interview: find your why, stay consistent, and have tunnel vision. Just don't let what other people say to you like get to you. I mean, again, it's easier said than done,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes like you just have to close out on people,
Mm,
and you just need to like focus on your why,
yeah, I love
and
it. I
then you'll
love it.
get there.
I love it. And that consistency, like you said, and the
Yeah.
consistency to do it. Keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Thank you so much for that. Because those
You're
3
welcome.
things that you said, I've held on to. And like Giselle, I need to write them down. I actually really do. If you can send them to me, if you can send those to me like in the DMs, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Please do. Giselle, for you, what would be 3 things that you would give somebody that can help them fight against body dysmorphia if they're going through it?
Yeah, I think one thing is something that Andrea mentioned earlier, which is don't compare yourself. I think that's a big thing. Whether it's comparing yourself with people on social media or even people that you know, like a friend or a family member, coworker,
Mm,
just someone, like don't compare yourself because everyone's journey is different and everyone's timing on certain things are just different for whatever reason. That's just kind of how life
mm-hmm,
works. So
mm-hmm.
you can't, sometimes there are just certain things that you can't control.
Yeah.
All you can do is just work on yourself. So I think don't compare yourself. Second, trying to build some confidence.
Mm,
So building that confidence, because I think once you have that confidence, you don't compare yourself as much.
yeah.
You don't really care what people say because you know your value,
Mm,
and value is super important. Like knowing your self-worth is super important
yeah.
because then anything that anyone else says is just kind of like, it literally means like nothing.
Yep.
It means nothing at all because you know who you are and your values. Like, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You need to prove yourself or seek approval.
Yeah.
You need to seek approval. Yeah. And a third thing for dealing with body dysmorphia, I would say, we'll definitely talk to someone. Kind of like what we've both been saying, like how we have all said, like together, we didn't really talk to anyone when we were dealing with these things, body dysmorphia, depression, or anything. So I think something is to talk to someone that you trust, someone who you know that will help you. And hopefully there's that one person.
Mom, did you see
Yeah.
Or even if they don't, at least if you could just vent, go ahead and do that. And I do agree. I also like what she said, what Andrea said about like closing people out. Because sometimes you do have to do that. And at first it might feel like lonely or it might suck.
Yeah.
But in the end, like, it's better for you.
Ooh.
You're gonna be more at peace.
We talked about that. We talked about that. We had a whole hard on that. That loneliness, but that loneliness ends up producing peace.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, there's a TikTok song by Drake. That rap song that he put out, but it's like a snippet on TikTok that's pretty popular. He's like, I've been losing friends to find peace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man,
that's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to build your own table.
Mm-hmm.
Who you need to?
Yeah.
Hey, look, like that hit my soul.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you have to, you know.
That hit my soul. I was like,
I wish I could have recorded both of y'all faces.
I got it right here.
You did get it though. You got it.
Yeah, this is a snippet.
No, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you do have to build your own table.
Dang. I'm like, hold on, like I was about to wrap it up. Like, all right, guys, so here. And then she say this. I'm like, golly, like I'm not gonna cry. I don't care what y'all do. Like, I'm not gonna cry. You can try to say whatever you want. But dang, that was just. Wait, can you say it one more time?
I said sometimes you have to like build your own table.
Amen.
Amen. Like, thank you. Yep. Ain't it Sunday? We need to pray out, man. It's Sunday. Like, like it is a Sunday. Usually I'm like, yeah, you know, it ain't even Sunday and you preaching, but it is Sunday, so you can preach. That is absolutely amazing, man. That was the end of my questions. That's all I had. I don't want to keep y'all any longer because I know it's a Sunday. I may be getting ready for Monday. But I want to close out definitely with shouting out both of you all's social media. So Giselle, we can hop to you. Where can people find you on social media? Your personal trainer, if they want to reach out just to talk to you or even for your clientele, your services, where can they find you?
So you guys can find me on Facebook, Giselle. Well, it's Giselle Calderon, so it's like my last name. You guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok, both as Giselle Training. So you can find me there. Or I actually made a Twitter too. So Giselle Training on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. And I think, for right now, that's it. Yeah. But you guys can find me there.
Hey, all right, cool. And Andy, how about you? Where can they find you?
For me right now, I have Instagram and TikTok. It's both Asian Fituation 23.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. I love it.
Yeah, because at first I was just like, maybe I need something different because everybody has like the same, like you have quad mommy or something like that. I was like, I mean, I've got quads, but
Muscle mommy,
it's already taken.
Which one?
Have you guys seen that trending on TikTok right now? Muscle mommy? Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I feel like I have seen that. Yeah, I feel like I have seen that. What the heck?
Yeah.
That's just like a tag. It's like a name that people are calling themselves.
Yeah, like I don't know. It just started trending. Like I started seeing videos on it. Like people posting it. Yeah.
Hey, Andy, that's you. You need to hashtag yourself or something because that is definitely you, man. Y'all. Like I say, every time I do something like this, it really shows me my purpose. It shows me why I need to keep doing this. It shows me why I'm doing what I'm doing because it's so rejuvenating. Don't y'all feel good? Like I feel good. I feel like I just came from a Sunday service. I ain't even go to church today. I feel like I just came from church. I'm like, man, like this is good. Like, so I thank y'all so much. Just for showing up, Giselle, Andy, y'all both showed up and showed out and truly y'all were laid bare. Y'all opened yourselves up and became so transparent. I hope I didn't go too deep into anything. But with what y'all said, I thank y'all so much for the transparency. And guys, make sure y'all follow them. If you're following me, if you're saying this, follow them, share the video, man, show love to them, hit them up in the DMs. Giselle's trying to build her clientele, man. Help her out. You know what I'm saying? Go try her out, man. Lee, hit her up. She's a personal trainer. She's trying to build her clientele. Go support her, man. Go hit her up. Show that love, man. And she's an amazing trainer. Go look at her content. It speaks for itself. Andy as well. She's inspiring PT. She's about to get her license, but hit her up anyway, man. Like, you could slide her some money, even if she ain't even if she ain't certified. I was training and I wasn't certified. So hey, look, I was still getting money. So with that said, man, hit her up as well. Support her. And again, follow her. Hit her up if you have any questions or you just want to collab with either one of them. But with that said, man, if you are also looking to join a community and want to join this community, I have a private Facebook group that I'm building up. The first 2 months are completely free. We're doing Zoom calls every week about a different topic. This topic this week was body dysmorphia. We're also going to be doing challenges and giveaways. I got some coming up very soon. So if you like money, join. If you want some money, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to give away money. So, if you want to tune in for that, or if you're just looking for a community to build and keep you accountable, join as well. But with that said, man, until next time, y'all. Thank y'all. Peace.